What's good, everybody? It's your boy. So I was on Facebook and I saw a lineup of games. I guess the forthcoming of Sony games this year. Um, well, it got me thinking. Are they really that impressive? Are they? Like, say what you want to about the graphic content. Say what you want about the hype. Because hype is never as real as it seems. It never is. Okay, the hype behind Devil May Cry 2 was fake. The hype behind a lot of these games are fake. They're put there for you to go spend your hard-earned money on something that is not where it should be. A lot of games coming out have a lot of hype behind them. They show you the best parts just so you'll get up and go purchase the damn thing thinking that's not the best part. They've pulled this trick on you many times. So there's something going around in the gaming world on the two juggernauts in gaming right now. And right now, it's still an option. I'm going to say in 2016 it's going to quit being an option because we've seen DLC go from being a full-fledged option to being a requirement. And if you don't believe me, that day one DLC is a requirement. That's what day one DLC means, is now required. Okay? So, we have seen DLC, which started off as an option, is now a full-fledged requirement for video games. It's no longer an option. And this is microtransactions. Microtransactions have now made their way into video games. And we're talking, Microsoft has them, even some Sony games have them, and if you don't believe me, check out Destiny. Destiny has microtransactions. Yes, it does. So, microtransactions are now the new DLC of console gaming. The only company to not have this is Nintendo. Nintendo DLC is still full-fledged option. You can either get it or not. I don't think Nintendo's going to incorporate microtransactions. If they do, well then it's probably going to be for something huge. Because even Nintendo's DLC, a lot of Nintendo's first-party DLC is free. Majority of it is for free. So even if you choose not to get it, you're kind of like, why did I not get it if it's free? If it is 100% free, I'm passing on something that costs nothing in the first place. Now, I'm not saying that to say this is why Nintendo is better. This is not what the video is about. This is me saying that, okay, Nintendo aside, why is it that the two companies that everyone's talking about, Sony and Microsoft, are going to new ways to get more money out of the pockets of the people who are supporting them? Microsoft, I can understand because they fucked up major when they launched the Xbox One. I can understand that. They want to get as much money coming back in because they lost a shit ton of money the first 2 years. A shit ton. Nobody was buying their system, and the people who did took it back. And they went out and rebought it this past Black Friday. But they bought it at discount prices. So they still haven't seen that much money coming in. Just being honest. But at the same time, you have these new games. These games are not a year old. We have Forza 6 with microtransactions. We have Halo with microtransactions. And the companies are like, well, you can just skip them. For now, you can just skip them. Now, you also have Bungie and Activision with Destiny with microtransactions, which means this is also now going to be seen on the Sony side of things, not just Microsoft, because Destiny is a shared platform game. It's multiplat. So that means that this idea is also going to be on the Sony side, which, let's be honest, all of us who have a PlayStation 4, we're pretty damn glad we bought a PlayStation because we don't have to put up with that shit. Apparently now we're going to have to. And I don't know about you, but old school gaming is looking a hell of a lot better than this new school shit. Because DLC is required. Microtransaction is going to start being required, if you don't believe me. Just look at what DLC has happened. Look at what's happened with it. Just go ahead and look at it. Go ahead and go back to the PS3 and the 360. Look at how it was not required. It was just there. You could get it or you could pass on it. Go ahead. Just go ahead and look at your 360 games. Look at all the DLC you could have bought or you could have passed on. Go ahead. I'll give you a moment. Go ahead. You done? Okay. So, now that you see that, now go look at your PS4 or Xbox One games and look at all the required day one DLC. Go ahead. I'll give you a moment to look at that too. You see how now you have to, it's required to have this DLC on the first day? You see how it's not an option to do this shit? Yes, that is the difference between last gen and this gen. And you think I'm playing about this microtransaction shit? It's gonna become requirements. And they say it's because of phones. They can say it's because people are going over to the phone market and playing on their phones. Well, there's a reason. The games on the phones are for free. You don't have to purchase anything. It's an option, and it's going to remain an option. They're not forcing you to spend $1 for 20 additional lives. That's an option. Or you can turn it off, wait 3.5 hours, get a full health bar back, and go back and play it again. Most people do that. Probably half, if not 75% of the people who play those games on their phone will wait the 3 hours because they have more important shit going on in their day-to-day life. So, that's why. Nobody's spending $1, $2, $3, even upwards to $5 to get 20 lives back after they die and waste all their lives. They'll wait the fucking 3 hours to get full lives back. I know I do. I know a lot of people who do. It's not that damn important to where we need to spend $5 to get the health back. It's not. Microtransactions on phones are still options. And on consoles, they're going to become requirements, not options. Because, like I've said now about 4 times, DLCs have now become requirements. And I would be more excited for the coming up year in video games if I wasn't so sure that, you know, microtransactions are going to be required just like these DLCs. And a lot of these games that I've been looking forward to, I'm pretty sure are going to get fucked. And majorly. And they're just going to suck because of it. And the sad part is, I'm pretty sure we could have had Kingdom Hearts 3 on the PlayStation 3. I'm pretty sure we could have had Final Fantasy 7 Remake on the PlayStation 3 had they really fucking started working on it back then when everybody was asking for it, because it's already been, you know, here we are, we had a full decade of PlayStation 3. You're telling me they couldn't have at least started working on it halfway through the PlayStation 3's life? Really? That's bullshit. They remade both fucking Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 just to put it on the PlayStation 3. They put a remake of majority of the Kingdom Hearts games on the PlayStation 3. And they put a Final Fantasy 7 computer HD on the PlayStation 3. There's the computer version downloaded for the PlayStation 4. I know I have it, so don't tell me it's not possible. They could have started working on this a long time ago. Back when DLC was just an option. Back when microtransactions weren't even thought of. All this shit's gonna come full circle and it's gonna bite us all in the ass. And you're gonna start to see the same thing I'm seeing. Anyway, this video is going on too long. I just wanted to make this known because, like I said, I saw these games coming up and a lot of them I'm not really excited for. I've only been excited for Uncharted 4, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm still super excited for. I still want to play it because I still love Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And it just, you know, it gets you down when you think about the fact that this is going to be a requirement and not an option anymore. And they make up bullshit excuses on why, instead of just telling us the truth. But I gotta get the hell up out of here. I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.